from the beginning, I truly loved, is it Viorica? I don't know how to pronounce her name properly, but she is a firecracker. And I love her and I loved her energy. And I think she was really perfect for this. From the beginning, just kind of her absolute love for learning, kind of also put into perspective how we take education for granted, at least my generation, those who live in the US and have the access to it. Like, it's a lot more accessible now than it was back then. Even her explaining that school past middle school wasn't even required or necessary for children to attend. So the fact that she had to literally go out of her way to make sure that she continued her education was really beautiful to see, but also very sad that that even had to be a thing. Kind of telling her story of being a trailblazer, even for something as amazing as music. Like, I kind of forgot that even no matter what topic it was about, anything that a woman had that was knowledgeable, people were like, what? Huh? So I think it was really beautiful. Also, the fact that there were some people who were okay channeling her talents into something that she could use and something that she could teach others. I thought that was really beautiful. Formatting wise, I thought the cinematography was amazing. Um, I liked seeing the overhead shots of the land and the landscaping of the country and whatnot. In addition to kind of when she was like going inside the schools and whatnot, and just kind of like inside of her home, instead of kind of, they had the interview shots, but I kind of liked how there was also the perspective in which we just kind of followed her and saw her thought process and how she goes about her day and whatnot. And we were more of an observer than interview type style, which I really appreciated. And I thought it was really cool because I felt like I was truly in the room with her as opposed to feeling like she was constantly just in interview mode. She was also kind of able to just be herself so that we can see what she's like in her natural setting.
Simple but effective. Immediately caught my attention, and just from there, I was just completely enamored with the setting and just the wonderful people in this rural Romanian community. They let us into their lives. They shared their quaint and endearing histories and their present uh, situations with us. Um, the whole film creates this sort of romanticized, hopeful, and also like a bit sad picture of the residents in this countryside. And it's just, I love that these were almost certainly real people. And I mean, not actors. Didn't feel like made up stories. They're just real people with rich lives, because that kind of storytelling is just always most compelling to me. And then the filmmakers just did a great job at weaving it all together into this really cohesive, beautiful narrative that just had a really good sense of purpose, led us into their world.
First of all, the scenery was beautiful. The cinematography was great. And to hear this wonderful music which is wonderful. Really enjoyed all the music. And, to see these folks and see them tell their stories, it was very special. And it kind of just is a reminder of, how much alike in ways we all are. They're proud of their families. They're proud of their kids. They're showing us photos of their past, stuff that everybody does. So yeah, it was nice to get a glimpse at this culture, which is very largely unfamiliar. Like I said, to myself and to most Americans. Yeah, it was edited nicely. It was shot beautifully, nicely directed. All the people were so pleasant to get to know.
It captures the tone for the film by creating this heartwarming experience as we, as the audience, witness the sounds and the music playing with the instrument. The choice in the shot angles and camera work throughout the documentary were super great. They were exceptional, let's say that, especially in the opening scene, as they all work quite nice together in creating the sense of calm and serenity. So well done on that. I really love how this documentary allows us as the audience to get in the shoes of the woman by throwing us into her life and her family and her world. So I really love the ending shot as well, which was super reminiscent to the opening sequence, but felt more uplifting as she came to terms with what happens. And the end, and in the end, they close the film quite nicely.
We see Viorica, and she takes us on a deep dive at her childhood, her family, how she loved school and how it was very hard, the war, and there's an also very interesting visit to an empty school with this nostalgia that it's appalling how the lack of children and what is causing this. It's very interesting to know. And then we have this intimate conversation with Viorica and all her instrument. She has an incredible talent for playing a lot of instruments, and how she got into teaching. It's just a very interesting conversation. I loved the part where she says she had to overcome obstacles to be born. It is a very deeply entangled concept, and that it just gave me so much to think about. We also have Valentina, who is a bit more open to modern times concepts like Facebook, and um, it's just very endearing to see them talk about her memories or their memories and looking at old pictures. And I also loved looking at all the work that keeps them active and alive for long, long years, and more memories of lovely moments.
It was really fun looking as they went through a lot of past memories and just recollecting through the times of past, and also the a lot of the establishing shots, the cinematography. It was all extremely breathtaking.